Good morning, everyone. I was like sitting here, like doing whatever, twiddling around on my desk, and I look up, it's like after 12. I'm like, oh, I should be doing something right now. Oh, it's been that kind of morning. Hello. All right, so how is everyone doing? Happy spring, Ostara, equinox, whatever it is. Thank you. These are my belladonna earrings. Yeah, you would appreciate them. See, look. Aren't they cool? So whatever you celebrate, the best part is that means it's getting warm. The warm will come, although it's super windy here today. So there's that. What do we have going on this week? I think we actually have a quiet week here at the Cartomancer. The spring issue is out. The owls have sent it out. And if you ordered one, you should be getting it very, very soon. Make sure to tag us, take a picture. We'll share it in the stories. Good morning, Amber. So we always have the hashtag too, Cartomancer in the Wild. So we love seeing it out everywhere. Bring it with you when you go on vacation, whatever. That's what I do. I mean, I always have at least one or two issues with me. It's just like, you know, some people have security blankets. I have Cartomancer issues. It's what it is, you know? So, hey, Christiana. So that is... Yeah, no, I know. It's been so busy, and I have another slew of interviews that I'm getting ready to schedule. Yeah, that word. And so we are going to just kind of chill here for a little the end of March, let our, spring settle in here. What else do we have going on? I think that's it. Yes. So today, I actually got quite adventurous. So we're going to do some tea leaf reading with our tarot reading. And I've never done it this way before. So you all know I love to use you as my guinea pigs. It's just what I do. And I don't know if you could hear that. The wind is whipping outside right now. Let's pray that the internet will cooperate. So first, I'm going to get out. This actually it's called Across the Room Tea Leaves. That's what this one, and it's really cool because it has these little hearts in it. And I'm trying to see the little red thing, little hearts in it. And it smells so good. So that's what we're going to use today. And I have my hot water here. I'm going to pour it into the pot. We're going to see how this goes. All right, guys? Like, we're going to see. We're going to do this. So let me get my tea cup. I'm hoping that stays warm in that thing. It's supposed to. But look at my teacup. This is one of my favorite ones. Right? Isn't that nice? Love it. So, clean it out a little bit. Have some herbs in there. I mean, I don't know, I have herbs everywhere all the time. That's just how I live. Okay. I'm trying to move stuff out of the way. I want to make sure my keyboard's out of the way just in case. All right. And then we're going to use the Shadowland Tarot. I was participating in a herbal conference this week by Poison Apothecary, Kobe. And he actually, I should have him on. Why don't I do that? I should do that. Kobe Michael. He writes the Poison Path Herbal. So he did a whole conference this weekend, and it was a lot of fun. Some awesome speakers on there. And Monica actually was one of them. So, I don't know, I saw this. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. She did this handy dandy deck. Let's get it. So we're going to use that. And then we're going to do a little tea leaf reading. And I think that's how it's going to go today. He is amazing. He did such a great job. The speakers were all amazing. So, let's shuffle. Yeah, we're gonna, yeah, I don't know. It did. It just jumped out as I was like grabbing the tea leaves and trying to figure out how I was gonna do it. It just kind of jumped out and I said, you know what? This works. So I think, yeah, she is awesome. So I'm gonna shuffle here and then we're gonna get going. Yeah, shadow tea. Absolutely. Oh, and happy Aries season. We have Aries rolling through here. I'm an Aries moon, so bring on the fire. Woo, woo, fire. All right. Got my paper towels. We're ready, folks. Let's do this. Let's start this out with Aries, of course. So Aries, actually, you know what I'm going to do? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be just kind of taking a pinch of tea and putting it right in there. And as I'm doing my Hey Saphira, as I'm doing the tarot card, we'll let that sit and do its thing for a minute. All right, let's see. We have here the Five of Swords. All right, so Aries, you know, what are you picking up and what are you putting down this week? That's really what it is coming to for you. I feel like there's going to be some situations that might be a little bit sticky. Hello. It might be a little bit sticky for you, but you know what you need to be dealing with and you need to know what you need to be ignoring. So that's up to you this week. Okay, Aries, that's what you need to be focusing on. What's most important? What do you like not have to deal with? Yay! That's awesome, Maya. I love how now too on the live feed you can heart the posts. So see, I just hearted the posts. I'm hearting them, all the posts. So that's actually pretty cool. I'll take it. So yes, Aries, what are you picking up? What are you putting down? And let's see. We're going to be doing some tea leaf reading. So we're going to give it a little bit of a swirl. And I'm going to dump some out into the extra water. And let's see what we get. All right, let's see. So right away, I am getting, actually, that looks like, it actually looks like almost like a bat to me. So I feel like it's one of those, I feel like it's just kind of supports that. Like, you know what? Here, I'll show you guys too. So that's what I'm getting. So I'm kind of focusing on that little guy right there. So to me, that kind of looks like a bat that's kind of like stretching out, and which actually goes with this deck really well. But for me, I really think that has to do, again, with that, you know, what are these shadowy situations showing up? What are these situations that maybe aren't in your best interest? And you need to really just kind of reach out of that and see where, you know, like the silver lining. What's the big picture? What are you looking at, Aries? Don't get caught up in all the nonsense. So that's what I'm getting there for you. Oh, awesome. I love that. So we'll give that a little scoop by Aries tea and we'll start again. So now, as we throw some leaves in here for Taurus, we'll get our book, our card rather. So we can also, if you want a question, you could use, if you're on your phone, yes, I have a thing for my teacups. I have quite a few of them, but this one's one of my favorites. So if you want me to pull a card for you, let me know. If you're on your phone, use a little question bubble. And if you are not, then you just put it like in caps on there. This is the only time I let you yell at me. It's the only time you can do caps. So people are so like afraid to write in caps. I actually was writing, what was I on? A messenger with someone, and I used exclamation points to, I don't know if I told the story yet. And she's like, I don't know why you're yelling at me. And I used an exclamation point, which I understand it's a yelling, but it isn't like that kind of yelling. It's more like excited. So I thought that was very interesting. So now I'm very mindful of that. Like, you just never know what triggers people. It's like red pen. You know, I think that triggers all of us. It's like the teacher came back with that red pen. All right. So, Taurus, what do we got for you? All right, we have cards jumping out. That's what we have for you, Taurus. got the devil. So Taurus, this week, focus on the, maybe some habits that aren't so great for you. Maybe you are, I feel like Taurus, you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about bad habits. Or, it could even just be the bad habit of not taking time out for self-care or pushing it aside or not even drinking enough water. It can be really simple things. It doesn't always have to be like these grandiose things that I need to make these big life changes. You know what? Most of it starts with a small step. So Taurus, think about that this week. Whatever popped up for you when I was talking about a bad habit, that's the one you need to work with. So I'm trying to wave. There it goes. All right. So now our tea. We'll give it a swirl. And let's see what we get. All right. So right away here we got, I feel like a lot of activity right away. A lot of time when it's up at the top, that means it's going to happen really soon. And I do feel like that's exactly you need to be working on these things right now. And to me, it almost kind of looks like it kind of looks like a little fairy, carrying something. So maybe it's something you need to release in order to move forward. So that's what I'm getting for you, Taurus. So the next we have, let me wipe that out. I always have, I've ruined maybe 2 keyboards because I always am doing stuff on here and I'm putting herbs and stuff. Like I said, I have herbs everywhere and I've gotten herbs in my keyboard. And if they get underneath the letters, they don't work. It doesn't work. I don't know. I broke one already. So we have the keyboard way over there. It's safe, but just so you know, FYI. All right. So next we have our Geminis. All right, Geminis, what do we have for you? Yeah, they are popping up and out, right? I said the little fairy's going to just carry them away. All right, and here we are. Jumping cards everywhere today. So let's see what we got. We got the 2 of Cups, Gemini, which makes sense for you. And, and I think because... No, it's a problem when that happens. I need to get one of those spray air cam things. And I always forget. It's one of those things I always forget to get until I need it, right? I mean, I can't be the only one that does that. So Gemini, we have our 2 people here, our 2 little creatures here. And I think they're kissing. I think for you though, I think it's more of a self-care thing. I feel like that you need to show yourself some love and that you have not been giving yourself enough credit lately. And I think that's something that you're lacking, that maybe it hasn't been showing up for you lately. And look, I forgot to do my tea, so let's do that. So I would really, maybe this week too, try to incorporate at least one self-care act in during the day. And I really think that by doing that too, it will kind of help you to calm your mind. Because sometimes too, when we have our mind a running and we don't stop and take a breath or take a minute or go outside and do some grounding, you're just going to keep going. And we know, Gemini, you like to be up in your head. We get it. It's fine. But let us help you with that. So let's see what we get. Yes. No, I know. I took it off, but I don't know. I got one. It got in and we took it out and it broke. It was broken. And then the key broke. It was a mess. So we just make sure we're really careful now. All right. Let's see what we get. All right. Whoops. See? Oh, right on my thing. Okay. So here, what do we have here for you, Gemini? For Gemini, I feel like we have, a lot of little things along the way. And that's really what I'm seeing. So we have all these little specks kind of going, and they're kind of going like this. So I feel like that it's just kind of talking to that self-care that, you know, you can do it. You just need to be consistent with it. That you kind of like ebb and flow with it. So maybe this is a time where you need to really pay attention and maybe, you know, again, schedule it in. You know, it doesn't take a long time to do these things. So I think that's what those leaves are talking about for you. And then that brings us to our next one. So many things. So many. I know. So I feel like, too, that it doesn't take a lot for you either, Gemini. Like, for you to be okay. Like, self-care to be helpful to you. I feel like it doesn't take a lot. So make sure to keep them small, like small actions, I think is really important. So then that brings us here to... All right, Cancers. All right, Cancers, what do we have for you? And if you'd like me to pull a card for you, you can use the question bubble or you can just write it in the comments. Also, too, while I'm thinking of it, there are some spring issues available. So if you would like that, follow the link in our bio and go ahead and grab your issue. I know there are some in there. It is limited, so make sure that you grab yours today because it's awesome. Mine actually comes in the mail today. I'm very excited. So I will be showing it off next week for sure. So we have the Page of Wands. So for you, Cancers, Page of Wands, you know, I feel that maybe you've been kind of stuck lately and you're ready to move. You're ready to kind of clear out that stagnant energy. And I think for you, it's creating new steps. What new steps are you creating this week to kind of move you forward or move you in the direction that you've been wanting to go in, but maybe you just haven't, you know? I think it's for you, it's like harnessing that spring, that new energy, the new opportunities, and looking at things in a brighter way. So Cancers, that's what we have for you. Let's see what the leaves have to say. My little system seems to be working actually quite well, I have to say. You're right. So I think here it's really about also the heart of the matter. Like what is, so what's poking out for me here is one of those little heart-like candies is here and it's kind of like, it almost looks like a spoon, like a ladle. So I think that is just really getting to the heart of matter and what has been causing this inaction for you, Cancers? Why haven't you been moving forward? And be like that Page, be like that teenager energy and, you know, not in the stubborn way, in the, you know what, I got this. I know what I'm doing kind of way, right? So that's what, I think that's what you need to do, Cancers. That's what we got for you. And really, the wiping of the cup, there's no graceful way to do it. So you're just going to have to watch me do it. That's just the way it is. It's real life, folks. This is what happens. And actually, this little container is like, you can see it's steaming. It's holding this. I always put cold in here. I never put hot. And it's holding it quite well. I'm impressed. All right. So then that brings us to, where did we go? We have Cancers. Divine Tarot. I was trying to wave to you and I think my hands are cold or something. It's not working. Leo. All right, Leos. What do we have? What do we have for you this week? And can I just show you the gold edging on this? It's just amazing. I love it. All right. Leos. So the Five of Cups for you. Yeah, isn't it pretty? So yes, yeah, we'll get to you, Pisces. All right, Leos. I feel like for you, it's time to really, I feel like it's a mindset thing this week for you, Leos. You know, if you've had some negative thoughts floating around in your head or you've been feeling a certain way, it's time for you to just like pour that out and move forward. Like, let it go however you see fit. You want to write it on some bay leaves and burn it, a piece of paper, burn it, just yell it out into the universe, whatever it is. Because I feel that, you know, these thoughts and this mindset is holding you back. So that's really not going to work for you. Yes, perfect. Yes, Nicole. So that is, like Nicole said, it's on the agenda. So let's see what our leaves have to say. All right. Okay. Good, good, good. So I have here, oh, this looks interesting. So again, I'm seeing a lot of fairies today. I'm not quite sure why, but look at that one. You can't say that doesn't kind of look like a fairy. So I feel that maybe for you, that is, it's like, you know, it's this mindset is like dragging you along and it's not serving you. So it's almost like, you know, I feel like this here, it's like, you can kind of see like there's a little like piece there and then this like blob. And I feel like that's what it is. It's like dragging you along. Like you're stuck in this mindset and it's been bringing you along the day or the week and it's not working for you anymore. So it's time for you to kind of break free of that, let it go and move forward. And that's that. Oh, I almost dropped my cup. That would have been bad. Although I would have just dropped it in a bunch of water and tea leaves. But still. So, I don't know, Leo. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that, Leo? What are you thinking? What are you letting go of this week? Yeah. Again, leaves everywhere. So then that brings us to our Virgos. Virgo. We just had that Virgo full moon. So that was some nice energy there. Getting some stuff done. Oh my God, it does too. So the fairy was telling you to let go of your shit and move forward. That's it. That's what it's saying. That's what the Starcon fairy told me to tell you. So this brings us to, what do we got here? We have the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is a cute card. Look at how cute that is. So where were we? Virgos. I feel that for you. And you know, because we just had that Virgo full moon, right? It's like getting rid of, you know, you got rid of some stuff. You were able to utilize that moon and really work with it. So now things are looking up for you. Things are looking, you know, you're getting everything situated. Again, that spring energy is here. It's time for you to like clear those cobwebs. Unless you're a spider, then create more, whatever. Hey, Jamie. So I think it's up to you. It's up to you, Virgo. How do you want your space to look at? How do you want to present for the spring season? And what are you bringing into it? And I think focusing on the good, focusing on the wholeness of it, and bringing forth new things. So that's what we got, Virgo. Let's see what the tea has to say. So when I do tea leaf readings for people, I obviously do it a little bit different, but we're just modifying. We're working with it. This is live, so we're just going to see what happens. All right. So yeah, so let's see what we got here. This too, and I love this because I feel like I'm looking here at this right here. So I feel like there's like things building on each other, right? And then with that Four of Wands energy, that is, you're building. You have like, you know, the spiders in it kind of made their little web and it's all looking nice in their happy home. So I love that. And I feel like that's just kind of reiterating to you Virgos that it's time to really build on that energy and make it work for you, right? That's for that. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. I think it's okay. It's something different, right? So I'm going to just like stir up my tea a little bit here. All right. Let's do that. Perfect. And then we're going to move on to our Libras. All right, Libras, which is me. I'm a Libra sun. All right. And again, if you'd like me to pull a card for you, let me know. And that brings us to the Lovers. Ooh, all right, Libras. So I feel like relationships, I know, and sometimes I do switch it up though. Sometimes I start at Pisces and I work my way up. Today I just did it that way. But Pisces is awesome. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yes, you'll have to watch the replay. So the Lovers, Libra, I think this week is a relationship week for you. And I think working on those relationships around you and also just nurturing them. How can you nurture those relationships? How are these relationships looking? Kind of take stock. Like, what's going on? How is my relationship with this person? How is my relationship with that person? And if you feel like it's lacking in any way, maybe it's time to work on that or, do your part to make that a better relationship, whether it is just by showing affection or communication or anything like that. So that is what we got for you, Libras. Okay, thanks. Yes. We do love it. And I do. I swear. Sometimes I start with Pisces. I haven't started in the middle. I should do that next time. I'd probably really confuse myself though. All right, come on, you. All right. So for this, I feel that, this is okay. So for me, and when you read tea leaves too, everybody sees something different, right? It's just like anything, our perception's different, how we're coming to the situation's different, and how we visualize things is different. So there isn't really, there's not, if you see something different that resonates with you, then that's what it is. It's not wrong. So just remember that there's no wrong. But anyway, for me, I am seeing two people and a fire underneath it. So for me, that means quality time. So I feel like Libra, that quality time with loved ones is super important for you this week. And actually the tea blend I got at, in Salem. Chris, what's the place near the Hawthorne? The herbal place. I'm totally drawing a blank. That's where I got this tea blend. So let's do this and move on. Where are we at? We're at, I just did Libra, didn't I? Okay. We are at Scorpio. All right, Scorpios. I know Saphira's on here. She's our resident Scorpio. All right, so let's see what card we're going to get for you. And for those of you that just joined, I just wanted to let you know that there are some spring issues in the shop. So make sure you go ahead and follow the link once we're done here. And grab your issue because there's a limited supply. Hi, Lydia. All right, yeah. All right, let's see. All right. These cards are like messy shuffle today. I don't know what's happening. All right, Scorpio. It's early where you are. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's Monday. Before I read this card, I saw this. I don't know. I woke up. I have to get up so early to bring my son to school. And I'm not a morning person. I'm just not. It's just how it is. I'm a night person. Anyway, I saw a meme, something like, get up, happy Monday, have a great day, and punch Monday in the face. And I had to go back to it and read it more than once because again, I just woken up and I'm like, did it just say punch Monday in the face? Hey, whatever gets you through your morning, right? And I just thought it was so funny. So I need to share that. So anyway, Scorpios, we have the Tower today. Oh my gosh, that's right. I know, Jamie. And you probably got in so late last night. So we have the Tower, Scorpio. But it's all right. you know, because we know what comes after the Tower, the Star. So there are some things that you need to get rid of. There are some things that you need to clear out. And that may mean by getting the Tower is you've been ignoring it. There may be situations, it could be a person, it could be work, it could be just personal, whatever it is. It's time to do something about it. Stop ignoring it, because I feel like this is like your hello, stop ignoring it, or else the universe is going to take care of it for you, right? So Scorpio, something to think about, right, Saphir? Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm sure. So let's see what the leaves have to say for our Taurus. Is that a word? It is now. Scorpio. Let's see what we get. So, ooh, interesting. Okay, so this we got here is, to me, it actually, Saphira, this is going to be kind of funny. It kind of looks like a horse to me. Look at, and he's like, has the hearts. He's like snacking on the hearts there. So I do feel like that maybe this issue, this thing that you are pushing away, not dealing with, that is going to really kind of bite you in the ass at some point, maybe has to do with a relationship, or it's something that you're so invested in that you're afraid to take action. And I think it's time to do it. It's time for you, even if you, again, baby steps, everything, you know, just because we pull a certain card in tarot doesn't mean we have to do like these crazy things, right? Like, you know, just shave our head and move to Bulgaria and the end is that, right? No, we don't have to do that. It all starts, like I said before, small steps. So what positive action steps can you take towards resolving this situation? All right, Scorpio? Do with it what you will. All right. Moving on. Try my hand off a little bit. Yay, I'm glad you like it. I always think about it. Like a lot of times I'll think about, I'm going to do tea leaves and then I just don't. But today it was working out. It worked out for us today. So, Sagittarius, what do we have for you? What do the little spiders have? And, you know, actually, again, I know, I'm so distracted sometimes. I wanted to just show you, though, in Monica's guidebook, because this is the cutest thing. Let me see if I can get it to work. There's a little spider in the book, Sam. See the little spider? And when you do it, look, he crawls up or down the page. Isn't that so cute? I'm very easily entertained, folks. Very. It's a little troubling sometimes. All right. So Sagittarius, let's see what we have for you. So we have the Nine of Swords today. Isn't that adorable? Like, I love it. Nine of Swords, Sagittarius. All right. So what has been bugging you? It's adorable deck. So what's been bugging you? What has been just bugging you and eating away at you, keeping you up at night? What can you do about it? Most important. You know, of course we worry. We're human and that's what we're going to do. But worrying without action steps is just nonsense. There's nothing. It's just going to put you in glass case of emotion, and that's a place we don't want to be. So, Sagittarius, I really challenge you to create some action steps towards these things that are worrying you. How can you resolve it? What can you do about it? How can you move that energy? And sometimes that really is simple as just doing some grounding and clearing. So that is definitely something to think about. And I forgot to do my tea. I think by now we're almost through the whole zodiac. I would have figured, like, I didn't do it. It's fine. It's all okay. Although I'm very impressed how hot this water is still. I'm happy about that. So yeah. And look, I love how, let me see. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. It's a little vampire like spider right there. And he's got his little blood droplets on him. That is so funny. Libra was the lovers, Steph. We got the lovers working on relationships. And I'm a Libra, so that's why I remembered. Yay. All right. Sagittarius. Yes. Let's see what we got for you. What do we got for you? And all of the worrying that you need to put aside. All right. So I am getting here, and I'm going to show you, like I said, what I see, what you see, could be different. It's whatever. But I am seeing this, and it's almost like a chair. And I feel like that for you, it might, maybe it's time for you to kind of sit down and just take a minute and sort this out. You know, Sag, you like to be on the move. You like to keep moving, and you like to keep things just go. But I feel like these leaves are telling you, you know what? You need to sit your butt down and really think about this, you know? So clear that out. Yes. And a move. I like how you like slid that in there, Chris. That was good. I like that. See, I think all the Libras should have a place in Massachusetts. I've been looking. We saw one that we really liked, and the only problem is it's all street parking, so we have to look into that. But I'm always looking. So, Steph, you better get on it too. All right. Oh, we had a jumper. All right, fine. So, for Capricorn, we got to put the water in the tea. That's what we got to do, Capricorn. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So, for Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, you know, you're very business oriented. You're like the CEO of the zodiac, right? And maybe sometimes you come across a little bit harshly. So this week is about you mindfully coming into situations a little more, in a little bit more of a tender way. Maybe you need to do a little bit more listening than talking or directing, and see how that feels for you. See if something comes up for you, because sometimes, you know, when we're super resistant to things, there's a reason for that. And usually it means we have to work on something, right? So I think Capricorn, for you, it's just really being mindful of that and coming to all situations with a listening ear and a kind heart. So that's what we got for you. And I'm going to sip my regular tea. This is just my green tea. Same my cup. And the best part about this cup, and look, there I am. My son bought that for me. That's just what makes it more fun. He got it right. He wins. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what the leaves have for you. You put a lot of water on this. So when you do tea leaf reading too, if you're not familiar, you really don't need a lot of tea. A pinch, really, is all you need. Or else it's just going to be just way too much. And then it's just going to be like a bunch of muck for you. So, like, just see how it doesn't seem like there's a ton in there, but it leaves room for those images to pop up to you. And that's what's most important. So, Queen of Pentacles, okay, Capricorn. So right away, again, when the leaves are close to the top, that usually means it's going to be something right away. And I feel like that's like a dancing person. And you know what it's too, like a Cocapelli. That's what that kind of looks like to me. So for you, I do think that, you know, by being that kind of open-minded, like listening person, that is going to bring you some new insight that you really didn't know you needed. So Capricorn, if it's really hard for you to do that and like be the listener and not so much the director of things, then keep that in mind, because keep that in mind this week, that, you know what, I need to do this for myself so I can gain better insight. Try it out. See how it works for you. You can always come back and let me know. But you can't come back and yell at me. I don't want that. All right. I'm trying to see how I'm doing. Actually, I'm very impressed with myself. I'm not making that much of a mess. Like, we're getting there. All right. If you just joined too, if you want for me to pull a card for you, then you can put it in the little question bubble, or you can go ahead and put it right in. Hey, Jenna. I'm trying to do the little wave thingy. It's not working. All right, so where are we now? We're at Aquarius. We're almost there. Almost there. So Aquarius, Aquarians, what do we have for you? Let's see. All right. So we have that Three of Pentacles. So that, this is so cute. Look at him. He's so proud of his work. And I think for you, Aquarius, I was trying to remember who was that. Aquarius, what projects are you working on that maybe it could use some extra help? Or, some guidance or some opinion. And I feel like, we always want to do everything ourselves. Bye, Saphira. Have a great day. And sometimes we get stuck in that too, right? But like, you know what? I'm not even bother asking anybody. I'm just going to do it myself because it's going to get done. It's going to get done right. But that isn't always the way. And that almost kind of like feel like we're kind of stepping into that again, that with that Capricorn card is that sometimes working together with people is what makes it so much better, so more, more rich, more vibrant. So I think for you, Aquarius, is really, looking at that energy, harnessing that energy, and knowing that, see, now I put the leaves in, but I didn't put the water in. Oy. Just really, knowing that it's going to get done and it's going to get done right. And sometimes it might take a little bit longer by adding other people into the situation, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be done quickly. And I feel like that's really what it is to Aquarius. Like, it doesn't need to be done right away. Like, let it take its time. Let it play its way out, the way it's supposed to. So, because I just put the water in it, we'll let that sit for a second. All right. I think we're good. So Aquarius, what do we have for you? So right away, I did see this again. We saw this, we have this right at the top. So that's something that's happening right away. And I kind of like underneath, there's like these 4 little blobs here. And I think that's really cool too, because we're so close, Chris. Again, it's that building and it's that working together and, letting it ride out the way it's supposed to. And for me too, like that top one too, is almost like that olive branch in a way. Like you're extending that olive branch, like, you know what? Yes, let's do this together and let's do it the way it's supposed to. Let it, play out the way it's supposed to. That's what I was trying to say. So guess what? Guess what's next? Guess what's next? All right. Let's see. Hi, Jay. All right. Let's see. Pisces. Of course. See, Stephanie, I was telling her too that sometimes I start at Pisces and go up. And it figures the one day I don't do that. Here she is. See? That's what happens. All right. Let's make sure to get your water into your cup. See? Wonderful. Actually, there's a lot there. I got it drop on my card. No. It's okay. It's all okay. All right. So, Pisces. Yeah, Jay saved the best for last. See, that's what happens. Jay brought all the energy in here. Now it's happening. So Jay is my husband, if anybody, for any of you that are also on, that don't know that. So Pisces. Should I just shuffle for like 10 minutes, Pisces? No, I'm kidding. All right. What do we got for you? With my messy shuffle today. I don't know what's happening there. Oh my gosh, it's so windy out. Oh, I love that. We have the Six of Pentacles. So Pisces, for you, it's about sharing your knowledge. It's about being, you know, there is somebody this week that is going to need the advice that you have. And I think sometimes too, when you're mindful of that, like, oh, okay, I know that someone's going to need my advice this week, and I'm going to deliver it in the best way possible and the best way that will serve this other person. But also know that it's okay if they don't take it, because that's not even the point of it for you, Pisces. It's more of the delivery. And I think that's really something to keep in mind, because we can give all the advice we want, right? And we can't make anyone take it. But you know that you gave from your heart and you mean well, and you're just like sending that good juju right to them, right? So I think that's your focus this week. So don't worry so much about the end result. Just, it's the delivery, Chris. You're making me laugh. Who doesn't do that? I mean, come on. If there's anybody out there that has never stuck their foot in their mouth, you let me know, and I want you to tell me to my face, because I'm not going to believe you either way. Just saying. It always happens, at least once. But a lot of times too, when that happens, we mean the best, and it just sometimes doesn't come out the way we want it to. But Pisces, I think whatever that information is, it's all in the delivery. So don't worry about the end result. You take it, give it to them. What they do with it is their problem, right? So let's see what we got here. Pisces. Pisces is like, we got all sorts of things going on here. Pisces. Okay. Okay. So look at that. I feel like there's so much going on here. Like if I was to do a full reading, would have so many things, but we're just going with what is jumping out. So for me right there is a dragon. And I feel that it is just, again, it's that delivery of the message. You know what I mean? It's that dragon energy. Like, I feel like it's almost like, you know, like the dragon is like spitting its fire. Like that's what it is. Like there's a message in there for this person. And I do feel that, you know, it may take them, it may be somebody too that's far away. Yeah. And Nicole, you know, if that's what you saw, then that's what you saw. You go with that. So that's what's so important about, you know, it's about with any divination, right, that we do. We have to know what resonates with us and where the messages are coming from us. So if you see a seahorse, then you see a seahorse. What does that mean to you? You know, and that's a great way to even just start kind of building on intuition and all of those things. So total side note. But anyway, I do feel like that, you know, whoever this message is for, Pisces, that they may be a long distance away from you, and that they really need to hear this message, and you may need to get a little fiery with them. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, so we just got through our whole zodiac. If someone would like me to pull a card for them, I can certainly do that now. I certainly can. So let me know if you would like one. Yeah, they are. They are. See, and the best part about seahorses is that the men get pregnant. They carry the babies. They carry the babies. So they, you know, I always wanted to see horses. See? Steph needs a card? Okay. Let's do this. All right, Steph. Ah, if I don't like throw the card, like these cards just they're very jumpy today. So Steph, I got the Queen of Cups for you. So you have been all in your feels. You have been taking care of everyone in all the situations around you. But you know what? I feel that it's time for you to start taking care of yourself. What is it you want? Where do you want to go? Let me know. Let us know. Put it out into the universe. Write it down on a piece of paper. Whatever it is that you need to do. So that's what I had gotten for you. Let's see. So that's what I got for you, Steph. All right. Let's go to Aniki, did I say that right? I'm like a professional name butcher, so if I get your name wrong, I'm really sorry, but it's totally me. Let me get a card for you. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, I have the Ace of Wands. So what new situation are you starting? What are you going with? Like, this is to like take it, like you're in the Olympics. Like, that's what I'm seeing in my head. Like, you're lighting your wand and you are going with it. So whatever it is sparking you, whatever makes you happy, whatever is, you know, drives you, give some attention to it this week. All right. That's definitely what I got for you. So let's see what we have next. Jenna. All right, Jenna. I have a result in waiting. Everything going to be okay. All right. Let's see what we got. All right. So we have the Five of Pentacles. So I think that's a really interesting card. I think that you may need another dimension to whatever it is that you're waiting for, this other result. Like, this may not give you the full result, that you may need something else to support it. So I think that's really what I'm getting here, Jenna. I don't think it's good or bad, but I just feel like, you know what, more, you know, it needs to be dove into a little bit deeper. And that's what I got for you. And for some reason, this is so funny. Hey, Callie, like the wave button for Callie is like blinking. Is that new as of like right this second or something? Like, I don't even know what's happening. That was so weird. So let's see. Let's go on. I was biking. I'm in. Okay. Well, you can always watch the replay. And you know what? You can always fast forward through. Let's see. Did I get everyone? I think I got everyone, right? I'm looking at the things here. Okay. Good. All right, everyone. So that's what I have for you. Last call if you want a card. If not, I'll see you next Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. We'll be back. Let's see what divination I pop up with next week. And also, too, the spring cop, there are spring issues available, print issues in the shop. So follow the link in our bio. And also, too, check out Which City Tarot Gathering. I'm going to start doing some interviews over there of all the vendors and presenters. So head over there and take a peek. It's in July in Salem. I'm so excited. I'm hoping I have a house there by then. We'll see. I'm just putting it out there, folks. Like, I can do that. Just put it out there. So anyway, I hope you guys all have a fantastical day and a wonderful week. And I will see you next week. Bye. You're welcome. So I think this whole wave feature, like the blinking wave, is a new thing that just happened like this second. I'm just saying. All right, guys.